Hi guys, thank you for watching my case study number 1 presentation. My name is Kaylee Reynolds and I am currently enrolled in SPCE 683 at Ball State University. A little bit about me. As I mentioned, my name is Kaylee. I am 25 years old. I live and work in the Chicagoland, Illinois area. I have been in the field of ABA for 3 years. I currently work as a registered behavior technician with kiddos on the autism spectrum between the ages of 2 and 6 years old. For my setting, I currently work in a clinic setting, but I have provided in-home services in the past. A fun fact about me is I have 2 reptiles. I have 1 turtle and 1 bearded dragon. As for client information, we will be referring to my client as E. She is female. Her age is 3 years and 1 month old. Her diagnosis is autism spectrum disorder. This diagnosis is accompanied by restricted and repetitive patterns of behavior, deficits in social communication, and language impairment. Some areas of concern brought to us by her parents include cognitive intellectual skills, adaptive skills, social skills, motor skills, communication skills, and the occurrence of maladaptive behaviors. Regarding the assessment choices that we had for E, we decided to go with VB-MAP and Vineland. The reasons that we went with VB-MAP are we wanted to evaluate milestones, we wanted to evaluate any potential barriers. This assessment is used with clients up to 4 years old, and it is based on typically developing children. We also wanted to incorporate the Vineland because there is information needed to be gathered from the parents. Vineland is used to assess individuals with autism and other developmental/intellectual disabilities. Vineland can be utilized from birth all the way up through adulthood, and it is very detailed and covers many domains. As many of you are probably familiar with the VB-MAP assessment, for those who are not, if you look at the left-hand side, you can see some of the skills that are assessed using the VB-MAP. It focuses on group skills, early academics, echoics, listener responding, tacting, manding, intraverbals, and more. What the VB-MAP assessment also allows for is the assessment of barriers. So the barrier assessment is consisting of 24 common language and learning barriers that arise in individuals with ASD. So what we tried to do here with the barriers assessment is see to what extent these barriers exist in E and if they are causing her any difficulties with learning or skill acquisition. So if we look over here on the right hand side, we can look at the scores for both the VB-MAP milestones and the barriers. For the VB-MAP milestones assessment, E scored 4 out of 170 points. And for the barriers assessment, she scored 76 out of 96 points. Looking at the Vineland assessment next, E was evaluated using the Vineland 3 comprehensive interview form. These were questions given to the parents regarding E and her behaviors. So Vineland 3 was used to measure her adaptive behavior skills, and adaptive behavior skills are things that people do in their everyday lives that help them function, such as daily living skills, socialization with others, and communicating with those around them. So if you look on the right, you'll get the chance to see E's scores. So for communication, she scored a 20 out of 100. For daily living skills, she scored a 40 out of 100. For socialization, she scored a 52 out of 100. And then for her cumulative score, she received a 39, where the normative score is 100. Taking a look at E's behaviors and the functions of her behaviors, first I would like to say that there were no maladaptive behaviors observed during her initial assessment. It wasn't until we were already paired with her and that we began placing demands that we began to see a combination of the following challenging behaviors. So E has been seen to engage in the following behaviors when presented with a non-preferred task or activity. We have seen her engage in crying, yelling, whining, flopping, biting herself, and biting others. It is more so often that these occur in clusters at a time where we'll see multiples of these behaviors as opposed to just one. So after collecting APC data, it was found that these are likely escaped maintained behaviors. These behaviors are only seen when E is given a task she has no interest in or has struggled with, such as the shape sorter, inset puzzles, or having the expectation be to stand instead of crawl. If the demand is dropped, then E no longer engages in the challenging behaviors. If the technician follows through with the non-preferred task, which they should be doing, E is likely to engage in a combination of the behaviors mentioned. I wanted to say thank you all for watching and being a part of my presentation for my client E, and I hope you will be around to look at my future case studies for this client. So again, thank you guys very much.